Today we're going to start tackling this side. We're going to have to come up here, and I'm going to take and trim the plywood off here so we can see where we need to go back to. I think I can see back there. I know I'm going to have to trim this board up to here someplace because I can see back there that that backboard is rotten to there. So I'm going to take this off probably back around in here where I know I'll have to go up there. So let's just get started, and we'll see how it turns out. Well, I have the outside all lined up to here, and that's where we're going to have to go back to here. So I'm going to have to cut this one up a little bit further. Well, I got this piece cut out. Looks like it's all good down here. So now I just need to cut this back here a little bit further so I have a good overlap between them, because I don't want to have seams real close together. It's not real strong that way. So I have another one of those bolts I need to get off. There's a screw sticking through here. I need to take care of that. Another bolt down there, and then I'll be able to put the first board on down here. So we'll take a break and come back when I have that board in. Well, in that part, we got the back board put in. We had to go from right about there all the way down to the other end, and then I put a new piece here. I ended up putting the seam right here, another one down there all the way to the other end. So on this last one here, I don't know if you can see it real well, but there's a gap right here, the thickness of the plywood, be a 5/8 of an inch. So when I put the plywood on, it be the same height as the other one. I made the backboard that a little bit taller so that I wouldn't have to worry about putting that in. And there's a molding that goes along there that'll hide any inconsistencies in the seam there. So that's it for part 4. Next one I'll be putting one across this back all the way there, and then on this side, you can't see all of it here because the plywood's in the way there, but I'll be continuing this all the way down to the end, and then the last piece I'll put one across the back here. That'll give a nice support, and I can go through and drill through into the frame. And before I drill into that, I'll pull this tight and I'll tack it up because it's a little bit loose. So I'll pull that tight, tack it from underneath, and get it all sealed up. So that's the end of this one. We'll go to the next video. We'll start working on the backboard back there, and then work on the sides. Once we get that done, then in the next part we'll start working on adding on to the ends of these. I'll add on to those that are exposed, like this one here, and this one I can do back to that seam. This I can do back to that seam. This one I'm gonna have to come back to probably this seam, or possibly even this one, but I think this one is all I need to go to, and I'll put the boards in. And this one here, right in here, I'm going to have to come back to underneath this plywood here that I'm standing on, but I don't want to take that up until I've got everything else all done, so I can start getting that floor laid, at least the frame in. Then I can lay some plywood down on top of there while I'm working on this piece.